Hey friends, it's Grace Redman, and I am going to be totally raw and vulnerable today and transparent. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, I see a little fuzzy on my screen. The last few months, I haven't done clips on my own in probably a year because there's so many different pieces to the business that I need to be responsible for that I thought, okay, I have the podcast. We can create reels from the podcast. I have the newsletter. We reinstated the newsletter that I don't really need to do these solo reels, videos, podcasts, whatever you want to call them. And so I stopped doing them about a year ago. And one of my coaches was like, okay, like those are things, that's something that you need to do again. And it's taken me some time, but today I felt guided. So I am creating my first solo recording, video, podcast, whatever you like to call it. Um, and I'm actually excited about it. And I was thinking about what I was going to share. And I think I have something that I want to share. And recently, I was speaking to a lady, and actually, this happened to me with two different women. I was speaking to them and just giving them my perspective of things and how I got to where I am today. And in both instances, those women shamed me for my masculine energy. And I'm really grateful that I have a strong sense of self, or else I would have been triggered. I would have ruminated over it. However, I kind of observed it. And I'm grateful that I've been doing the work because not only was I able to observe it, I was able to turn it around, ask them a question, and then was able to see them where they were and hold space for them. So the reason that I was able to do that, even though I knew they were shaming me for my masculine energy, is because I've been doing the work all of these years. And to me, the work means when I get triggered, I go within myself to understand, okay, why did that trigger me? I get curious. And then I understand that's an area within myself that I need to heal. And I would say, 99% of the time, it's I need to just own my self-worth. And a big piece also of my triggers lately have been not feeling safe. And so I've had to also um, recognize that 99% of the time I am safe. And boy, it's been a journey. So let me go back to, getting shamed for being in my masculine energy, providing masculine answers. Well, if I wasn't in my masculine energy all of these years, I wouldn't have been able to create I really feel like I wouldn't have been able to create the success that I did. And I know some people might not like what I'm saying, and it's okay. This is my perspective, and this is my experience. And my perspective and my experience is not for everyone. It's just my perspective and my experience. So, first of all, let me talk about the masculine energy. What the masculine energy means to me is that I'm pushing, I'm taking action, I'm doing the work, I'm doing. Now, I recognize that we cannot always be in the masculine energy and doing and pushing. So, I have been working on busting the myth around the hustle and grind and integrating rest and play and fun into my life. So, and I want to also share that anyone who knows me personally, like if you've sat in space with me, or if you're someone that's in my life and in my circles, you know that I also play with my feminine energy as well. I am kind, and I am nurturing, and I do allow things to flow. And I'm human, I'm not perfect. My masculine energy is that doing energy. And that is, where I feel the most comfortable. If I'm really honest with myself right now, that is where I feel the most comfortable in excuse me, in my masculine energy. Now, I know that I need to work on being more in my feminine, because that's where we receive, that's where we pause, that's where we flow. And I guess what I really wanted to share today was the fact that, oh, also, I did share with one of the women that for years that I felt that I did feel shame around being in my masculine energy, because I felt the masculine energy meant that I was a bitch. I felt that it meant that I was like too strong, too aggressive, I wouldn't be liked. And I'm having a memory come up right now. I remember my mom would tell me, "You're too independent. Like nobody's gonna want you, no one's gonna like you." And I feel like that's probably where my shame around being in my masculine energy came from. So then I thought it was funny that that person shamed me. And in that moment, like I realized that I'm really proud of my masculine energy. I honor it. Like it shows up and it does the hard things and it pushes through when I don't feel like pushing through. And we need both. And regardless of which gender you identify as, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And there's nothing wrong for, women that are in their masculine energy. They are, powerful and independent, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with us being in our feminine energy. Um, and like I said, I really need to work on it. That's my gap. My gap is still, even though I've been working on it for years, is being open to receive, just sitting back and letting it come to me. My daughter-in-law yesterday called me and she asked me, "What can I do for you?" Like, just let me know what day. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. That tells me that I still have a gap in my ability to receive. And so that's um, my blind spot. It's coming up with you now. So thank you for honoring me where I'm at. Think like many women and men too, um, just being open to receive. And part of me being open to receive is also embracing the masculine energy that I show up in. Because if I'm embracing my masculine energy that I show up in, then I'm embracing who I am. Then I'm grounded in this my sense of self, which helps me be more open to receive. Because what I've learned is under that ability to receive is you don't feel good enough. So this is so good. I didn't realize I'm putting all these things together with you right here today. I didn't realize that I still had some work to do around, owning that masculine energy. And so what that woman did in her shaming me of, the way I show up in a masculine way was like, I'm going to own that part of me. And I called a girlfriend. Actually, I was walking with a girlfriend of mine later that day, who for the last year, she's like, "Grace, like I really want to tap into my feminine energy. I'm too masculine." And that day I told her, I was like, "What is wrong with us being in our masculine energy? Let's own it. Let's embrace it." And also work on leaning into the feminine. She's like, "Well, I don't know if I'm in my feminine energy." I said, "Sister, you're a mother, you're nurturing, you're kind, you're fun. That's the feminine energy." I said, "Let's both of us learn how to receive a little bit better." And I think as we elevate in, our healing and our growth, as we expand, we hit new levels of receiving. And so although I've done the work, to receive in some areas, now that I'm elevating and expanding, you know, I need to also expand to receive in bigger ways. So I am constantly, doing the work with you. I appreciate you for watching. I feel like the message I want to leave you with today is just really embodying and owning who you are, regardless of what the world projects, owning your sense of self and loving yourself for who you are. Because when we do that, I promise you, not only will you soar and expand personally, your business will also soar and expand because I've noticed when I shift personally, my business shifts. So it all works together. And ladies, there is nothing wrong with our masculine energy. There is nothing wrong with it. And feel into it, we also get to receive. We also get to be in the feminine. And it's a beautiful flow between both. Yes, we need to take action and we need to pause and rest and receive. And so, thank you so much for watching, for listening. I appreciate you. I kind of feel like I broke the seal because I've been supposed to be doing this for a while and I just didn't want to do it until it felt in alignment. And today it felt in alignment. So, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. And until I come back, I wish you a blessed day. God, the universe, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, always, always, always has our back. So I just want to leave you with that. I love you. Take care. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And you can also visit me at www.graceredman.com for tons of complimentary content. And if you're ready to take the next step and have your very own personal coach,